It is time to begin. We're still saving up for that new character. I think we're like 9 short. That could be one run if it goes the distance. And we'll see what they're all about. We had a sudden heat wave today in Scotland for whatever reason. It's like, well, heat wave by our usual standards. The last few days it's been like 10 degrees tops. Today was 21 all of a sudden. I was worried at first. I was like, oh, why do I feel warm? Do I have a temperature? Then I checked the temperature outside and I was like, hang on a second. We've got warmth. Gain crystals when you get hurt. Okay. Oh no, we look like Harry Potter. It's definitely not in fashion right now. Ooh. London had a heatwave too. Well, I suppose that's somewhat apt because just for the stream I posted a picture of the Doctor Strange mini I finished painting. Subject to change because I usually end up wanting to change something when I look at it afterwards. Why was I able to hurt him when he wasn't? Did they nerf these things? Or was that a glitch? Ooh, egg. I don't know if this has been updated. If it has, then that's lovely because those things were way too annoying. He has no facial hair because I opted not to give him facial hair because I don't like him with the beard. I almost didn't give him the sideburns, but they're too iconic. The grey sideburns, that is. Also, doing little thin mustaches on miniatures that are the size of your thumb, not easy. Not easy at all. Yeah, he looks nothing like Tony. Well, okay, they do kind of look identical, but whatever. That's the limitation of the artist, that's not on me. Also, I think without the mustache, I know he had a mustache for playing the role. Wait, did he? I think he looks more like Benedict Cumberbatch without. But either way, they're just annoying to do. But it is subject to change, so we'll see. I wanted it done so I could actually record a match. I was going to do one with Ant-Man and the Wasp as well, but I have to wait until spray paint arrives before I can paint them, so that's too long of a delay. Although they should be arriving tomorrow with the Bizarre Enchantress and Angela release that was meant to happen and will still happen early next year. But somebody at Asmodee cocked up and delivered some shipments of it now to retailers in the UK. Because originally it was meant to be out now, but they delayed it because I think they know nobody gives a shit about those characters. They're really pushing the X-Men releases next month. Hello garlic bread. I had 2 of your brethren for lunch today with some cheese on top that I melted. Their deaths were delicious. You're just gonna stay stuck up there, huh? He is actually stuck. Ah, he's free. I want to tab real quick and see if this did patch. Did this patch? August 27th. No, definitely not. That's so weird. Unless they did patch it and just forgot to do any patch notes. They died with cheesy honor. Yoink. Mob trap room for some crystals. Shop for crystals. We don't have enough. Oh wait, we do. We picked up a gold coin. I forgot. I don't recognize this item. Is it a heart bag? Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, ruby earrings. Every time you pick up a coin, there's a chance you'll get extra hearts. What game was it that had a ruby earring and it's a garbage item? It's Gungeon, isn't it? Ruby earring in Gungeon sucks ass. I think. I don't think everybody has that particular quote-unquote feature of Twitch. I think they're testing it with certain streamers. Although I didn't read the page, so possibly not. Know that I usually get a big crowd of people who aren't subbed, especially recently with all the gifting. Yes, Twitch is trialling a new, along with their new picture-in-picture thing for ads, so you don't like lose the entire picture. They're doing forced mid-rolls during streams. They all turn off if you run ads manually, I think. It's an absolutely terrible idea, and if you agree, be sure to reply to their tweet asking for feedback on it, saying in a polite manner that it's a dumb idea. Because it is. I wish I could share with you, like I do, well, half the time I forget to press the button, but let's say I remember 6 times a week to do 3 minutes of ads during a stream. It's not a lot of money that you get for it, so I understand why most streamers don't do it. I just do it because I'm AFK anyway. And everyone's subbed, so it's not like it matters. And it made more sense back when I had like larger viewership, I suppose. But even then, you don't earn enough to make it worthwhile doing. So Twitch is now testing. Well, how about we just make you do it? And everybody's rightfully saying, "Nah, don't do that. That's dumb." You're not allowed to talk about your earnings, as far as I'm aware, so don't be specific. At least you're definitely not when it comes to bounties. I don't know if that applies to everything. Obviously, like, percentages on subs and whatnot is public knowledge. But as I say, I don't think everyone is affected by it. And if you're subbed anyway, it doesn't matter because you don't get ads. I have it set to not give subs ads. But it's a terrible idea. Twitch, and much like YouTube, they need to find more and more ways of not having to rely on adverts to create revenue, so that they don't have to bow down to the will of their advertisers, because advertisers overreact to complaints. But oh well. This idea Twitch had was subscriptions and bits. Those were innovative ideas that add to the interaction of the stream. Yeah, Twitch auto turned on, YouTube auto turned on mid-rolls on every video recently. And their auto generation for mid-rolls is like, let's put one every 2 minutes, or something stupid like that. So all my old videos that they've retroactively applied to, I'm not going back to them and turning it off. But any video after roughly October 20th, you shouldn't be getting mid-rolls because I turned the option off again. Or maybe it was October 20th or 25th, thereabouts, I went and found the option to turn it off again. So any video I've uploaded after that don't have mid-rolls. But again, if you have like YouTube Premium, then you would get ads anyway, or less honourable methods, you know what I mean? Pew pew. Okay, this gun sucks. Oh, all the ads on YouTube I was, yes, it was nice seeing, oh, revenue up 50%, but it isn't worth the goodwill you're losing from them thinking, this video is an hour long, let's put an ad every 3.5 minutes. And I watch long videos on YouTube, which my videos often are. Like I watch battle reports for 40k and stuff, and those can be like 2 hours long. And getting an ad break again every 4 or 5 minutes is just so irritating. The only reason I don't use an ad blocker is because it'd be hypocritical. But you can be damn sure if I wasn't a content creator, they would have forced my hand. Because it's ridiculous. And it's not the content creator's fault, assuming they just aren't aware of it happening and or aren't aware you can turn it off. Although some 40k people in particular are greedy as hell and already did that prior to YouTube forcing it. So in some cases they were already like that. But that's what buying Games Workshop products for years and years does to you. Hello, Ghost Baby. You know what sucks? Spelunky 2 is out today, but it's only on PS4. And we've got to wait another... Ooh, is it the 21st or something it's out on PC? And that sucks a lot because I really want to play it. But not enough to buy it twice. I don't want to play it on PS4. Got locked into bouncing twice there because I got hit. We have one key and we haven't been to the item room. No, wait. No, that wasn't the item room, that was just an item... Well, it had a gun in it, but it wasn't the item room. You notice a slight server desync in Fall Guys? Well, as long as it's finding games, it was always a little bit of desync. Or there was always a little bit of desync, I should say. I'm not too fussed about that. Yes, plastic cracky is expensive. When you get the lure of money, it's very hard to resist going down the dark side of monetizing every possible... Like, actually, I'm going to give a real example I saw earlier, tangentially to what we were talking about. The accidental, like, well, maybe not 6 month, 4 month early release of a Marvel Crisis Protocol pack. And also, to cover my back, because someone's going to say, well, aren't you going to do an unboxing of it? Yes, I will be doing an unboxing of it tomorrow. But someone else has already got there first, and it's like a 2-minute long video, and as far as I can tell, they've hid the full review of it on their Patreon. And they're doing that because they know it's going to be in short supply, and that people want to know because there's been no spoilers on like any official streams or anything like that, because it wasn't due out until next year. The more pets you have, the more damage your gun does. Roar! That's genius, but also greedy, and also no. We should probably go to a shop and buy health, actually. We're doing very badly. I blame getting the Harry Potter weapon. Item. Armor's better than nothing. Okay, we've been up there. We have no bombs. Every time I find this room I have no bombs. I press the F button expecting a bomb to appear and it never does. Honestly, the expression on this lion helmet is a mood. Yeah, I remember we might die and have to restart here incidentally. I don't think I'm going to kill this very quickly. I remember the first paycheck I got from YouTube. A friend talked me into agreeing to put monetization on because I wasn't comfortable doing it because I was just making videos of dumb anime games at the time. And a friend convinced me to just to try it. And back then you couldn't just do it, you had to have an MCN, so you had to go through the process of signing up with an MCN. And I did all that and was like, okay, fine, if I get a couple of hundred a month, maybe, that'd be great. Because I was working a crappy retail job. Well, no, I was working an okay retail job at the time. I think that was when I was working at a supermarket, which was fine. Not great, but fine. And I still remember getting the email through from the MCN being like, here's your first paycheck. And I don't remember what my views were like at the time. A lot higher than they are now, for the record, on the YouTube side. A lot higher. And with the MCN, after taking their cut, the first paycheck was like 3.5 grand. Also top or bottom, chat. And that was more money than I'd ever seen in a single paycheck in my entire life. More tops. Is that because the crystal lured you? How many weeks? That was 1 month. You got paid monthly. Oh, so you picked correctly, anyone who said top. And that was good money, especially back then, because we're talking about like 2010? No. Well, yeah, maybe 2010, 2011. And as I say, I was working a crappy supermarket job for like 800 a month or something. So imagine you're also a relatively young working that kind of retail job, and then you get that much money for playing and enjoying video games. It's easy to just be like, well, why don't you just push a little harder? Why don't you just find some more ways to monetize on that side of things, because that's fun and easy. And the payout is bigger than working an actual job. And then that's the slippery slope that you fall on. And then you keep sliding down and down until you're putting an ad every 2 minutes in a 10-minute long highlight reel of Fortnite kills. Half of which, or most of which, probably weren't even you playing. I guess we've got to take Wizard's Sword because we have the Harry Potter thing going on. Every time you kill any... Oh, bollocks. Should have done that. This run is going to crash and burn. I stuck with my job back then because, again, it was just videos on the side, and that's long before my internet was good enough to stream. And then the MCN I was with was Curse Network, and then they went through some weird licensing issues, so then they had problems paying eventually, and it's started a whole thing. I think they got bought. Yeah, they got bought by Polaris eventually. So I ended up with them. Yeah, it was. I'd love to be having that a month right now as well, believe me. Nothing related to Wizard. Sturdy shield. Don't be anything related to melee kills. Oh, okay. It's kind of like a not every time wafer. Well, no, Holy Mantle. I didn't see that heart. I need that heart. Well, it's as much a gamble as any job. And that was when monetization of video game content on YouTube was just becoming a thing. Like I say, you couldn't be an individual and do it. You had to have a network representing you. And they took, well, oh god, some of the career scammy MCNs were taking like 60% from the content creators that signed up with them. Like literal thieves, just absolutely doing nothing and stealing the 45% of the revenue YouTube was giving you already. I think my initial sign up I was on 30% they were taking, and then when I threatened to leave I got a better deal down to 20%, and then 20% lasted until the MCN I was with just kind of died, and then I just pressed the button on YouTube that said unlink from the manager because they wouldn't answer any of my emails and they just died overnight after they sold to Disney, because Disney has no idea how to monetize YouTube and content on YouTube because they couldn't use it anywhere else. That's the thing that screwed them. And then I signed up for an AdSense account of my own, because by that point you could. Thank you SkumaCat13 for 32 months with Twitch Prime, and for sticking around. I was for a little while, yeah. I mean, like well, I can't move. I can't move because you get stuck on the spot when you get hit. So I took like 3 hits there because of the way that you lock up when you take damage. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, initially you had to have an MCN, so that doesn't count, but once you didn't have to have an MCN, and then I was just getting passed around from Curse to Polaris to whatever their sub-network was for the unpopular people that weren't like TB and Dodger and whatnot. I don't remember what it was called. Like, they did nothing for me, literally nothing, and I could have monetized for myself, so I hate thinking about how much money I could have saved for myself if I didn't have an MCN representing me that did nothing. Because they were taking like 20% a month for a couple of years at least, while doing nothing in return. We need this to live. We'll take this because we're not going to be able to afford anything else. So I'm going to have to open the window. It's still staying warm. I expected it to get cooler. It's only 19 degrees. It's gone down 2 degrees. We have little choice because we don't have 2 bombs. Not a good draw when we have no damage. Although we're getting very lucky with his choice of attacks. Very, very lucky with his choice of attacks. What is it playing at? Almost a perfect. And we got a damage up. We lived long enough to get a damage up finally. Well, with the amount of content uploaded to YouTube every single day, it is very difficult to specifically target questionable content and get rid of it. Top or bottom, chat? I don't blame them for struggling with that a little bit. It's they've got to stop caring if advertisers throw a hissy because one person complained to them because they saw like a Coca-Cola advert on a terrorist video or whatever. Okay, bottom it is, I think. Wah wah. You lose. Good day, sir. Hello, Sir Night Meow. I hear a siren. Is that in the game? That is not in the game. It's the YouTube police. They're here for me. I shared insider information. Oops. Sorry, I just dropped the mint. There. Not sure if dogs can have mint, so I wouldn't want Sarah to find it before I did. Oh, that's going right past my window, huh? I'm trying to see what it is. I'm being a nosy Nelly. I didn't see it. Oops. It's fine. A group of more than 6 people were sighted in the area. Ooh. So how was everybody else's Monday? I painted because it was raining all day. I don't even remember what I watched. I think I just had like 40k battle reports on in the background. Got a bunch of painting done though. They can't have mints. I figured. No, but these are sugar-free ones, so at worst they've got aspartame in them probably. Or the other one, xylitol, xylophone, xylophone. Patrick Moore. Grumble, grumble. Quadruple grumble. Mostly slabs you baked? What did you bake? You worked a 13-hour shift? Also, if Valinar says anything other than stream Final Fantasy, he's lying because I saw him start 2 streams. One at like just before I went to bed. Well, I wouldn't give a dog a mint either way. Zucchini bread. I wonder if it started getting warm overnight, because I had a hell of a time getting to sleep last night for no particular reason that I can think of. I didn't have like a shit ton of candy before bed, I didn't have caffeine out. Oh, that's another thing. I went to bed like just after 11, probably fell asleep by like half 11, and I woke up at about half 1ish to the sound of Sora just snoring laying next to my feet. And yeah, she did play a lot of Blood Bowl. And I woke up because I had a bizarre nightmare. And I woke up with my heart racing. That's it. I actually got scared. But I don't remember why I was so scared in the dream. I remember what it was. I remember to the T, and I'm going to tell you what it was. I was in the back garden of my grandmother's house at night. And then I went to go back inside and the door was locked. And then all of a sudden, all the back lights at the back of the house went out. And for some reason I was struck with like a sudden sense of fear, like something was there. And then I tried the door and it was still locked. And then I reached for my phone, because your phone's got a torch on it. And that's when I woke up. Not because of there being a monster or anything stupid like that. It's almost like I preempted the part that was scary. It's like, can you just get over with, please? I've got things to do. So who knows what the hell was up with that, but it woke me up, took me a while to get back to sleep again, and I woke up with a sore neck and not feeling particularly rested, which I think is probably a mixture of that plus the heat. You had 2 caffeines like an hour before bed and fell asleep immediately. I had trouble sleeping for the Bane bot. For most of my life I had trouble sleeping. It used to take hours and hours. And then when I got old enough, I just started conking out as soon as I went to bed. Turtle hat. It blocks damage from behind. That's amazing. But then when my anxiety started coming back, I started getting a little bit more of a hassle falling asleep. A little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. The hell are you? Drop an extra bomb if you hatch an empty egg. The roly-poly toy. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, Sora seemed fast asleep when I sat up, being like, oh, that was scary, why is my heart racing? Oh right, I had a nightmare. And then I took a sip of water because I had a dry throat and went back to sleep. Well, I went back to trying to get back to sleep. Like, huh, yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing that annoyed me. What does this do if I... Opens locks. I will try and remember. Hacker voice, he did not remember. Sort of using me as a pillow when it's warm is annoying because of the extra generated heat, so it wouldn't surprise me if that contributed. I don't know how she doesn't get to it. Well, I guess it's because her coat modulates her heat, or regulates, that's the word I'm looking for. Please just kill it. Don't die. It was trying to do melee attacks because it was too close. I think the turtle shell saved me there. Brave cookies. Okay. There's no health on the floor though. Hello, Fluffy Bunny. Well, we lose. We got the item that just means you lose, and we've got a gun where you just lose. That's interesting. He stole my heart. I should have remembered not to pick up the goddamn popcorn, but I forgot. If I hold the button down, the beam will go far enough away from me that the explosion shouldn't catch me, but then enemies fly into me, so we're screwed. Why didn't that kill me? I had half a heart. Oh wait, we have the item where we sometimes don't take damage. We are still dead though. We are going to die. But that means we can fit in another run before we swap games. Here it comes. Shouldn't have jumped. Well, popcorn is bad. No, I can't teach myself that popcorn is bad. Popcorn is delicious. Popcorn in this game is bad. Also, get down with the funk.